Are you struggling to pay off your debt? You're not alone. In this day and age, debt has become a common adversary, creeping in through student loans, credit card bills, or unexpected expenses. It's an invisible chain that binds, often making us feel like we're in over our heads. But fret not. This doesn't have to be your reality forever. Stay tuned as we break down 5 smart ways to pay off your debt. The first strategy to consider is the snowball method. Picture a snowball rolling down a hill. As it moves, it gathers more and more snow, growing in size and momentum. This is exactly how the snowball method works when it comes to paying off debt. So how does it work? You start by listing all your debts, from the smallest balance to the largest. Your primary focus should be to pay off the smallest debt first, while making minimum payments on the rest. Once the smallest debt is cleared, you then move on to the next smallest, and so on. The idea is to gain momentum as each debt is paid off, just like a snowball rolling down a hill. But why focus on the smallest debts first, you may ask? Well, it's all about psychology. Paying off debt can often feel like an uphill battle, and it's easy to lose motivation along the way. However, by focusing on the smallest debts first, you're able to see progress more quickly. Each debt you clear is a win, a tangible sign of progress, and these early victories can give you the motivation you need to keep going. The snowball method is not just about paying off debt. It's also about changing your relationship with money and instilling positive financial habits. As you knock off each debt, you're learning the discipline needed to manage your finances effectively. You're proving to yourself that you can overcome financial challenges, and this can have a significant impact on your financial confidence and resilience. Of course, it's important to remember that the snowball method may not be the fastest way to pay off debt, especially if your larger debts have higher interest rates. But if you're someone who thrives on motivation and needs to see progress to stay committed, then this strategy could be a perfect fit for you. The snowball method can be a great strategy for those who need early wins to stay motivated. So, if you're ready to start your journey towards financial freedom, why not give the snowball method a try? Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, or in this case, a single snowball. Next, let's discuss the avalanche method. Now imagine you're on top of a snowy mountain peak. You dislodge a tiny snowflake and it starts rolling down, gathering more snow and speed, turning into a massive, unstoppable avalanche. This strategy works much the same way, but instead of snow, we're dealing with your debts, and instead of a mountain, we're scaling the tricky terrain of interest rates. In the avalanche method, you start by listing out all of your debts, from the highest interest rate to the lowest. Then you focus on paying off the debts with the highest interest rates first, while making minimum payments on the rest. This approach might feel a bit more challenging at first, especially if your highest interest debt is also your largest. But don't let this deter you. Remember, the steeper the slope, the bigger the avalanche, and the more impactful the result. The avalanche method is all about logic and numbers. It's a strategy that can save you more money in the long run, because by tackling the highest interest rates first, you're reducing the total amount of interest you'll have to pay. It's like cutting off the head of the monster before it can grow any bigger. However, it's worth noting that this method may not provide the immediate gratification that the snowball method does. Paying off smaller debts first can feel rewarding and motivate you to keep going, but with the avalanche method, the rewards might be less visible in the short term, but they're definitely more substantial in the long run. So, if you're someone who's comfortable with playing the long game, if you're more focused on the big picture and on saving the most money, then the avalanche method could be a great fit for you. It's a strategy that requires patience and discipline, but the financial liberation it brings can be well worth the effort. If you're focused on saving the most money, the avalanche method could be your best bet. So, ready to start that avalanche and watch your debts tumble down? Another strategy to consider is using a consolidation loan. Now, what on earth is that, you may wonder? Well, consolidation loans are like a financial magic trick. They make multiple debts disappear, leaving you with just one loan to manage. Imagine this. You're juggling several high-interest debts, each with its own payment schedule. A consolidation loan combines all these debts into one. With a single payment schedule and often at a lower interest rate, it's like turning a team of unruly cats into a single well-behaved dog. This approach comes with a number of benefits. First off, it simplifies your financial life. One loan, one payment, one interest rate, and one due date. It's a breath of fresh air, isn't it? Plus, by securing a lower interest rate, you could save a lot over the life of your loan. However, a word of caution here. Consolidation loans don't erase your debt, they just repackage it. You'll still need discipline to make your payments consistently, and the lower interest rate isn't a guarantee. It depends on your creditworthiness and the terms of the loan. So, while consolidation loans can be a powerful tool in your debt repayment arsenal, they're not a silver bullet. It's crucial to consider your own financial situation and possibly seek advice from a financial advisor. Consolidation loans can simplify your payments and potentially lower your interest rate. If this strategy sounds like it could be a good fit for your financial situation, it may be worth looking into further. Our fourth strategy involves using balance transfers. So, what's a balance transfer? It's a method that allows you to move your debt from a high-interest account to a new account with a lower interest rate. Imagine it as moving a heavy load from a slow truck to a faster one. Now, why do you want to do this? The primary reason is to save on interest costs. By moving your debt to a low-interest account, you'll be able to pay off your debt quicker since less of your money is going towards interest and more towards the principal. But here's a caveat. This strategy requires a good credit score. Lenders are more willing to offer low interest rates to those who have proven to be reliable in the past. So, if your credit score is less than stellar, this might not be the best strategy for you. Also, balance transfers often come with a promotional period of low or even zero interest. This sounds great, but remember, the low interest rate is usually temporary. Once the promotional period ends, the interest rate could skyrocket. So, you need to be confident that you can pay off the balance within the promotional period. In essence, balance transfers can be a good option if you have a good credit score and can pay off the balance within the promotional period. It's like a sprint, not a marathon. If you can keep up the pace, you're in for a win. Finally, don't underestimate the power of budgeting and lifestyle changes. It's a strategy that's not just about paying off debt. It's about reshaping your relationship with money, and it starts with a budget. A budget isn't a restriction. It's a roadmap that shows you where your money is going, and it empowers you to direct your funds to where they can make the most impact. Creating a strict budget might seem daunting at first. You might have to cut back on certain luxuries or rethink your spending habits. But remember, the goal is to free up extra money to put toward your debt. Each dollar you save is a dollar less you owe. And that's a victory in itself. Now let's talk about lifestyle changes. This means reevaluating your needs and wants. Maybe that means cooking at home instead of dining out, or using public transportation instead of owning a car. And yes, it might even mean downsizing your home or apartment. These changes ask for commitment and discipline. It might be tempting to go back to old habits, but remember, you're investing in your future. Each change you make, each dollar you save, it's all contributing to your financial freedom. While it's not a quick fix, budgeting and lifestyle changes can have a lasting impact on your financial health. It's a journey, and like any journey, it begins with a single step. So take that step today and start on your path to a debt-free life. Paying off debt can seem daunting, but with these 5 strategies, it's entirely possible. Let's take a moment to recap. We've discussed the Snowball method, a strategy that encourages you to start small and build momentum. Then, we moved on to the Avalanche method, which tackles high-interest debts first to save money over time. We also explored the option of consolidation loans, a way to combine multiple debts into a single manageable payment. Balance transfers came next, offering the chance to shift your debt to a lower interest account. Finally, we touched on the importance of budgeting and lifestyle changes, which can help prevent future debt and free up funds to repay what you owe. Remember, the key is to choose the method that best fits your situation and to start taking action. If this was helpful, I encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe for more, as well as share this to friends and family that may also find this content helpful. And thank you for watching.